Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tecnifiber. You know, most pundits predicted that women's tennis would be wide open with Serena Williams out of the game and expecting her first child anytime now. And boy, were they ever right. It really does feel like anybody can win the U.S. Open this time around. And as it turns out, pretty much anybody can finish the year as number one as well. According to the WTA, 8 players have a shot at it, which means we'll see plenty of drama starting on Monday. So, who's it going to be? Let's take a look at the 8 possibilities and break it all down, shall we? We're going to start with Simona Halep. Poor girl has already played and lost 3 very important matches in 2017 where she could have climbed to number 1. If she wins in New York, she's guaranteed the top ranking. And lucky for her, she's starting the week ahead of the game. If all players perform equally in New York, Halep would be the player that takes the top ranking. Odds makers, though, currently have her as the 3rd favorite behind Muguruza and Karolina Pliskova. Speaking of Muguruza, the Spaniard has a really good chance of both winning the title and becoming number 1 before Halep does. Muguruza has gone 16-2 since the start of Wimbledon, and she looks to be in peak form after taking the Cincinnati title over the weekend. In a lot of ways, it feels like it's Muguruza's title to win in New York, but as the tried and true WTA fans know, we should expect the unexpected. So how about the number 2 favorite, Karolina Pliskova? The current world number 1 has gone 5-2 since Wimbledon. With a quarterfinal in Toronto and a semifinal in Cincinnati, she reached the final last year. Is she ready for the next step? 2-time runner-up Caroline Wozniacki is also in the mix for the top spot. Odds makers put her at 18-1, but Wozniacki has been to at least the semifinals in New York 5 times, and she's also the WTA's win leader this season with 48 wins. Maybe it's her turn. Alina Svitolina is 2nd on the WTA win list this year with 45 wins to her name, and she's proven herself in big matches by winning all 5 of her finals. To have a shot at number 1, though, Alina has to reach the finals at the U.S. Open as well. But you know, given the way she's been playing this year, we wouldn't put it past her. In fact, to grab the number 1 spot, 4 players are going to have to win the tournament. That includes Wozniacki, Joanna Konta, Venus Williams, and Svetlana Kuznetsova. Venus has already been to 2 Grand Slam finals this year, so we sure aren't counting her out. She's proven doubters wrong time and time again. But winning the U.S. Open and reaching number 1, that would be amazing. Konta has been improving steadily each season, and she does seem ready for a major breakthrough. But will she find her form in New York? Because it's not really been a stellar hard-court summer for Konta. And finally, what about Svetlana Kuznetsova? She won it all back in 2004, and she's been threatening at the majors for the last few years. With a career-high ranking of number 2, Kuznetsova will surely be motivated to win in New York, but can she do it? So, which player do you think will emerge as the WTA's number 1? And more importantly, who do you think is going to win this title? Will it be one of the 8 we've already mentioned, or somebody not on the list, like Angelique Kerber, Petra Kvitova? How about Yelena Ostapenko, or maybe even Madison Keys? Well, we can't wait to find out. Thanks for watching today's edition of Tennis Now, everybody. Keep it tuned right here for U.S. Open updates throughout the fortnight.